Billy, was the low point in your career, you were playing for a guy named, was the guy's name Billy V or something, and the guy said to you, were in his band, and this was like early on in your career, and you were a struggling musician, and the guy made you wouldn't change your dinner jacket or something, and he fired you from the band. Is there a story like that?
Huh?
You never heard of that?
Where are you getting this stuff?
None of it. I want to clear up anything. I want to know.
No.
These are rumors I've heard my whole life, and I've never asked you about.
No, I know.
Oh, good. Okay. I thought you had to
There's
change
no
your
dinner jacket story.
All right, Jesse Bernstein, maybe you'll do better. Where are you in the audience?
Who comes up with this?
Well, we research, but we get it on the internet. You know. Once in a while, we hit a clunker.
First, I want to say thank you. Your music has helped me through some dark times and been there for some great times for me.
Thank you.
My question is, when you're constructing an album, they sound like they're meant to be listened to start to finish. And at what point do you construct that? Songs seem to lead one into another. Is that conscious coincidence? How does a song like Elvis Presley Boulevard maybe not end up on an album?
Yeah, Billy, does song order matter?
On an album.
Yeah, I think it does. I usually, when I was doing an album project and writing songs, one song, depending on whether it was fast or slow or hard or soft, would kick off another song. I like variation. I don't like the same thing over and over and over again. So if I wrote a soft song, I'd want to write a rockin' song.
Right.
And if I wrote a rockin' song, I'd want to write a different kind of rhythm and a different kind of approach. Just looking for variation, until I ended up writing a bunch of songs. One song kicked off another song. There's kind of a natural order to the album.
Right.
Even though it may not tell a story or lyrically it may not match up, but musically they kind of complement each other where they sit.
Jason, you're in the audience. Jason Niebaum, right? Jason?
That's right.
Okay.
Hey now, Howard.
Hey now.
And hey now, Billy.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Billy, it's a huge honor to talk to you. Thank you so much for doing this. This is a huge pleasure. My question, at the end of each of your live performances, you always tell the audience, don't take any shit from anybody. What's the story about why you started doing that, and is it aimed at anyone in particular?
I haven't really done that for a while, but I used to. I think it came from, we were playing at gigs, and the security people were being really nasty to the people in the audience. The kids were excited. They wanted to get up to the stage, and sometimes they were a little too muscular with how they handled the audience. And one time I jumped into the audience and pulled some security guy off from somebody in the audience and said, leave her alone. And they were throwing people out. When it's overdone, it's not right. So, and at the end of that particular show, I said, hey, don't take any shit from anybody. You know, you're supposed to be here having a good time. Don't let anybody, rain on your parade. And I think it just stayed for a while because, I don't know, sometimes people are too used to getting pushed around. I don't like bullies. I don't like it.
See, I thought that was about the dinner jacket when you said don't take any shit from anybody. But I guess I'm wrong. What do I know? Billy, I was trying to lead you into Whiter Shade of Pale because you and I had a private conversation. I was asking you about doing other artists' songs. And I really, I don't know of many examples where you do other artists' songs. And you said to me, one of the songs I love is Procol Harum's Whiter Shade of Pale. What resonates with that song? What's the deal there?
It sounded different than anything else that was on the radio at that time. It was a real different song. It had a keyboard part that was the main theme through the record, Matthew Fisher's organ part. And there was an element of classical music in it. I didn't know what the lyrics went. I don't think the lyrics do mean anything at all. It's just imagery. But it kind of took me to another place. It was very atmospheric.
And to me, it's one of the saddest songs I've ever heard. And I don't know the lyrics either, really. I mean, it's just the mood, right?
It's a moody song. It's an atmospheric song. It's a lot of the music speaks to you, and the lyrics I don't really think mean anything other than what they sound like. It's just about how sound hits you.
Do you write songs like that sometimes? It's just about the sound. You don't really care what the lyrics mean.
Yes, I've written songs like that. It's really about how the lyrics sound,
right?
Not what they mean, because you don't always have to be literal.
Well, I love that you're going to do this song because it's one of my favorites, and I think it's kind of exciting when you interpret somebody else's music. So,
well, I heard my daughter do this at the Carlisle Hotel.
Right.
She picked this song out and went, I forgot how much I like that song.
Right.
And my daughter did this, so I'm going to do this now, and because she got me to do it.
Thank you. Why did you
skipped the light fandango. He turned cartwheels on the floor. I was feeling kind of seasick. The crowd called out for more. The road was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. And we called down for another train as the waiter brought the tray. And so it was later as the miller told his tale. Face at first was ghostly, turned to white wood, shade of pale. And the truth is plain to see. And I wandered through my playing cards, would not let her be one of 16 vestal virgins who were leaving for the coast. And although my eyes were open, they might just as well be closed. And so it was later as the miller told his tale. Face at first just ghostly, turn a white wood, shade of
Billy, let's put that out on an album.
It sounds better on the Hammond organ.
Oh, my God. And by the way, I want to thank Mark and Tommy. Mark, you're beautiful on the flute, and Tommy on the guitar. Beautiful. Do you guys, I mean, these guys have been with you a long time, right? I mean, how long?
Yeah, Mark's been with me 33 years or so.
30, it'll be 33.
33 years.
Tommy's been with me 25.
25 years.
So, yeah.
Does it get to a point where you can read each other's minds? In other words, like you're going to put together this song and you're going to do it today.
That's what we were just doing because we didn't know what we were going to do.
Is that true? There was no sort of rehearsal ahead of time? And you
No, we didn't have an arrangement for it or nothing. It's supposed to be done on a Hammond organ, not a piano.
Right, right.
That's what we do.
And there's no flute in the original song. And
That's also true.
Right. And the drummer was, you know.
Am I right that that was one of the most moving performances I've ever heard? I mean, I don't know, right?
Yeah, it was
just ridiculously beautiful.
Sound rehearsed to me.
Yeah,
Howard,
sure
you have
did.
to get out more.
I know. Well, you know, I sit at home and I wait for the next show. You know how that goes. All right, a couple of more audience questions. We have, we're doing a town hall in case you're just tuning in. We're sitting here with Billy Joel. I am having the most fantastic time. I hope you are too. We don't normally go out of the studio because I'm a recluse, But for Billy, I'd go probably to Alaska and do a show. I don't care where it's
Well,
going to be.
let's not get too crazy.
Yeah, Billy, you're great, but I'm not going to Alaska. Let's go to Fred Stapleton, who has a question for Billy Joel.
Hey, Billy Howard, thank you guys for an amazing day. This is just amazing. Thank you guys so much.
Sure.
My question for Billy is, over the last 50 years, popular music genres have certainly changed. And what I'd like to know is which musical genres have played a big impact in your music?
I think all of them. I've liked every kind of music that there is. When I was growing up, I got to hear jazz, blues, rock and roll, pop, Broadway. Not a lot of country music. We didn't get a lot of country in New York. You know, once in a while you'd hear Johnny Cash song, you know.
I went into town the other night to see if I could start a fight. I felt so mean that I was going nuts. Oh, I felt so downright mean, you see, that when some dude bumped into me, I went to stuck a pitchfork in his guts. So, you know, it was our idea of country music in New York.
Right. But you like Willie Nelson, I bet.
I like Willie Nelson. I like Hank Williams. I liked Patsy Cline, but didn't get to hear a lot of it in New York. But I liked every kind of music I've heard.
Billy,
and I still do.
Were you confused when, like, a guy like Rod Stewart put out a disco song? Was that, like, to you, were you like, oh, what's he doing that for? He shouldn't do that. Or were you kind of accepting of it?
I wasn't a disco guy. I was,
Right.
you know, there was kind of a battle between rock and disco.
Right.
I think that guy in Chicago took it to a little bit of an extreme.
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
That was Steve Dahl blew up a
He blew up
record.
a pile of disco records.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have it against anybody for dancing to disco, but it got to be kind of cookie cutter. Boom, boom,
No but no temptation to do a disco song at that point, because I remember Kiss put out one. And,
No.
You know, you just kind of, that was like
Nah,
never
no.
going to happen.
No, but I like Rod's voice. I mean, if you got to listen to a disco record, I like Rod Stewart's voice. He's got that kind of sore throat thing going on.
What was the song you told me?
Do you think I'm sexy? Do you want my body? Come on, sugar, let me know.
Wasn't there a song you wrote for him, like you wanted him to record it? What
Yeah,
was-
Los Angelinos.
Hey, that's right, you said
It's
that.
on the Street Life Serenade album.
Yeah, I love that
It's got a
song.
like electric piano sound, like a Wurlitzer sound. No, that's a Fender. This is like a distorted, really crapped out.
Ooh.
That's it. I always wanted Rod to do this. Los Angelinos all come from somewhere to live in sunshine. They're funky exile, hiding up in the mountains, laying low in the canyons, going nowhere on the street with the Spanish, with that raspy thing.
Yeah, did you ever say to him, hey, I wrote this great song and I want you to do Los Angelinos?
I think I did, but I don't think he heard me.
Yeah, I guess not. But I love that song. I remember sitting in my college dorm room listening to Los Angelinos.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just a great
I
song.
was making believe I was Rod Stewart on that one.
There's a guy named Kevin Luss in our audience who wants to ask Billy Joel a question. Go ahead, Kevin.
Thank you. Mr. Joel, in your storied career, were there any offers either to join a band, play at a festival, or participate in albums that you turned down and now you regret?
Well, I was supposed to play at Rockin' in Rio, and then they got Prince, and they called me up, and they said, no, you don't have to come, we got Prince.
That's a nice phone call to
And
get.
we got the money, though.
Yeah.
I love those kinds of gigs.
Is that true? Is that how that
They
works?
paid you anyway.
They paid us, and then they, oh, no, never mind, we got Prince. So we said,
Wait a second.
so, yeah, if you don't want me to come, send me the money.
Wow.
So,
Billy, what is the arrangement like with the Madison Square Garden concerts? That's got to be an incredible financial arrangement and a complicated contract to
How
put
did
together.
it even come about?
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
this had been something that was kicking around for a while. We did a run a couple of years ago where we did 12 nights at the Garden, and they knew that we could continue to play there for a long amount of time. It was really a matter of me committing to it. Like I said, I took about 3 years off after the last tour with Elton, which was in 2010. I had to get my hips done. I wasn't sure if physically I was going to have the wherewithal, especially at this age. And then after we did the 2012, the 12-12-12
Yeah.
Right.
concert, a lot of people just were hitting on us. You guys got to go out there. You were great. We thought you were the best thing in the show. And we're like, really? We didn't even think we were that good at that show. But we got a lot of compliments, and there was a lot of a lot of business, came out of that.